Today, how to avoid cognitive biases and make smarter investing decisions. Hi, I'm Graeme Newell, and I use the latest brain science insights to show you how to make smarter money decisions. My speeches and webinars teach how to recognize the signs that an impulsive decision might be likely. Click on subscribe and the bell below to see more of my videos. Are you afraid of heights? What about closed spaces? How about water? Well, you're not alone. So where exactly do these deeply instinctual fears come from? Our fear response was finely honed during caveman times, and it was powerfully optimized for the dangers that hunter-gatherers faced. Our ancestors who were fearful of wild animals didn't get eaten by tigers. Cavemen who were spooked by heights didn't fall off cliffs. And those terrified of water didn't drown. This helped them survive and pass along their DNA. Our fear response was gradually perfected over millions of years of humanoid evolution. The science of evolutionary psychology studies the ways these ancient survival instincts still powerfully influence our choices today. During hunter-gatherer times, humanity's biggest survival threats were starvation, exposure, and predators. Fear was wickedly effective at keeping us clear of these dangers. This is how it was for 98% of human history. But just in the past 10,000 years, humans started doing weird civilized things like agriculture and living in houses. Although we dress well now and we use all the latest gadgets, our very out-of-date brains have not had time to evolve. We're still working with the same ancient caveman brain. Ever wonder why some humans, and most all small creatures, have a fear of open spaces? Well, open spaces were where our ancestors were most likely to be spotted and run down by predators. A lot of people today also have a fear of closed spaces. Why is that? Well, caves and other tight spaces allowed us to be easily cornered by predators. Snuggling under the covers still feels wonderful to us today because millions of years ago, hiding kept us from being eaten. And our badly out-of-date brains are the reason so many of us get run down and slaughtered when we attempt to navigate modern problems like investing. Bringing an obsolete caveman brain to complex markets is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. When threats arise, our caveman brain defaults to its ancient habits. So when markets get scary, our knee-jerk reaction is to run away. We lose our nerve and sell, often at the very worst time. When markets are abundant, we do the exact opposite. Our caveman ancestors gorge themselves after a kill because they might not see food again for a long time. So when markets are good, we hoard and try to buy more at the very time everything might be overpriced. We put off retirement planning. Why? Because cavemen lived short, brutal lives. The very modern concept of retirement is something inconceivable to a caveman. So we've heard so many times how important it is to trust our gut when making important decisions. This is sound advice when we're considering choices that were similar to our caveman ancestors. For example, falling in love and finding your sweetie pretty much follows the same script as it did in ancient times. It's perfectly okay to think like a caveman when you're picking foods you might enjoy, choosing friendships to pursue, or taking up fun hobbies. But ancient cavemen never sat around the fire to do an analysis of next quarter's corporate earnings projections. Anytime you enter the financial arena, it's time to switch off the instinctual side of your brain. Now's the time to channel your stone-cold, completely analytical mind. All the while, realizing your instinctual brain will continually entice you to succumb to your caveman emotions. Shut them down. Right now, I'm working on another video on how cognitive bias tempts us to make bad financial choices. If you'd like to be alerted when that video is completed, just click on my face below to subscribe. And be sure to click that alert bell too. And I've created tons more videos on how brain science can help you make smarter money choices. Click on this box to see the full playlist. I'm Graeme Newell, and that's Better Decisions Through Brain Science.